Hello, my name is Dr. Bryce Newcomer and I teach clarinet at Virginia Tech. Today I'm going to be talking through the Rotation 2 excerpt for VBODA Region 6 for B-flat clarinet. This excerpt is in an ABA form, meaning we have one section at the beginning in one style that comes back at the end, and a contrasting section in the middle. In this excerpt, these two sections could not be more different. The A section is very lyrical with lots of legato and slurs. The B section, starting in bar 9, is march-like with staccato and accents. You want to bring out the stylistic differences in these two sections along with the tempo change. Let's start with the first section, which lasts from the first measure through measure 8. In this section, we have lots of dynamic differences. Really bring these out. At the beginning, start nice and full with a mezzo forte crescendoing to a forte, lead all the way to the A in bar 2. Then decrescendo to mezzo piano and quickly crescendo back to forte, the loudest note being this E in bar 3. Once you reach the E in bar 4, I recommend taking a breath before these three pickup eighth notes going into bar 5. Bar 5 and bar 6 have the largest dynamic difference between two measures in this excerpt. Bar 5 is fortissimo starting with an accent, and bar 6 is subito piano, meaning suddenly piano. I recommend backing off a little bit after the accent in bar 5, but keep a nice full fortissimo all the way through the end of that measure so that the A in bar 6 is noticeably a subito piano, suddenly piano. These two measures bring out one of the issues with the B-flat clarinet, and that is our throat tones sounding thin and having difficult intonation. In order to solve this, we can use resonance fingerings. Resonance fingerings mean adding fingers down to our throat tones so that we can lower the pitch and also add more resonance to the note. For the A in bar 5, I recommend at least adding your right hand down, and if that's not enough, you can also include the third finger and even the second finger on the left hand. Once you reach bar 8, you have a fermata with a decrescendo. Go all the way to the end of this note by decrescendoing as far as you can, almost into nothing. The clarinet has the tendency to be able to decrescendo almost into no sound at all, and we want to show off the clarinet's ability to do this. Once you reach the end of this note, let out the bad air and take in a full breath before going into the contrasting section in bar 9. In this section, bring out the dynamic differences written as well as the articulation differences. At the beginning, we have this open G, which I recommend adding this resonance fingering to not only add some more resonance to the note, but also assist you in going from the open G to the C in beat 2. In this section, you'll need to subdivide quite a bit in order to show off the rhythmic differences in this excerpt. For example, in bar 12, this is a pitfall when we have this long note after lots of rhythmic differences in bar 11. So I recommend subdividing at least down to your beat level, 1, 2, 3, 4, da da da, if not to the 8th note level, so that you can really place the 16th notes at the end of the bar. In bar 13, I recommend using the side F sharp fingering to go cleanly from E sharp, same as F, to F sharp, and then finally up to G, where you can add the right hand down. In bar 12, you want to keep the right hand down for this entire measure. That way you can cleanly go between the clarion register, everything above the break, down to the throat tones and back quickly. At the end of the B section, going into measure 17, we have a writ. I recommend doing a slight writ to show that you are settling into the end of this phrase on the 2/16 notes at the end of bar 16. Take a second to take a nice breath and then go into the return of the A section in bar 18. Here we have very similar dynamics to the opening A section. The difference is that by the end of this line, we are up an octave from where we began. Once again, bring out the fortissimo and the piano differences between bars 22 and 23. Once you reach the end of the excerpt, you have this throat tone A that was a problem before. Here, I really recommend finding the resonance fingering that's going to work in any dynamic on your instrument, because you have to hold this A at the end for quite a long time. Hold it as long as you can with a nice sound and decrescendo into nothing. I hope you enjoy my performance of the Rotation 2 excerpt. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, email me at any time at bnewcomer@vt.edu or visit my website, brycenewcomer.com. Happy practicing!